Hey guys, Mr. Conjure here. This is a little bit of a mess. We have a bit of a busy night, which is a understatement. It is the blue moon, full moon, um, what comes up once a year. So definitely want to make sure, and just the rarity of, once in a blue moon. You definitely want to make sure you are capturing that energy. I am going to show you guys a very quick, I'm at the end of it. Um, Chakra cleansing spell, basically to make sure that all of your chakras are cleansed. What I want you to do when you're doing this um, is make sure you are playing chakra healing music, frequencies. I like specifically Tibetan bowls or sound bowls, and make sure that each one is on the vibration of each chakra. Shouldn't be hard. All you have to do is type in. Um, Chakra balancing healing bowls, frequencies. Or you can type that all into ChatGPT and let it know that you want the specific ones that is for each chakra because each one is on a different frequency. And then you want to make sure that you find the one that you actually feel something happening with. So you may want to do that before you start the spell. Anyways, here we have it. I wish I didn't have the herbs on here so you could actually see what's going on. But we have a seven, as you can see, seven color candle. Now you may be able to find candles that actually go in order of each chakra. So starting with the base, then going to the sacral, then solar plexus, etc. Doesn't really matter. I mean, that's better, but doesn't really matter. You can also do it like this. And just apply each one to the thing. It doesn't have to be in order. Overall, your chakras are getting cleansed, and spirit is most likely going to go in order anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, um as you're listening to that music, you can even do meditations. You can literally, if you're in tune, you can feel which one is not in tune. If you're listening to it and it gets to the heart chakra and suddenly you're feeling something, is feeling warm, or you get a little lightheaded, or you feel something in your heart chakra, there's a bunch of sensations that you can feel. Note which one for each chakra that it is, and that is how you are going to know which chakras need to be worked on. Plus, I mean, you can already kind of intuitively tell, depending. So basically, what I did is I'm doing this for me and a client who is a dear friend of mine. So don't really even consider her a client, but um, this is a picture of me. This is a picture of her. I've sprayed both of these with holy water and have blessed them to basically represent me, to represent her on here, but I'm just going to say it for one person because I'm sure you're doing it for yourself. On here, on the back, I have drawn the entire body of me. So I've just drawn a body of a male. On hers, I did a woman. Draw the body of a male and wrote my name 3 times below it. On here, for each chakra, I went with the respective color and I wrote healed right along where the chakra is. So starting at the base, starting at the root chakra, going in with a red Sharpie, I wrote healed. Then next is the sacral chakra. So with orange, I wrote healed. You want to do this in past tense because all your spell work you want to do in past tense because this has already happened. Because you're doing a spell, it's already happened. You want to let the universe know this, that you already know that there is no way that this hasn't happened already. So while I was doing that with every single one, I have a spirit powder. I've basically just I ripped some of this paper, ripped it 6 times, and I have 7 pieces of paper. Each one represents a chakra. So again, on here, I wrote root chakra healed. On the back, I wrote, I release blank, 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 blank. It's going to be the specific one for the specific chakra. So for the base chakra, and sorry, y'all, I kind of have to run through this because I am running behind. It's 10:38. I wanted to be done with this by 10, so I had a full 2 hours for what I'm about to do because it's still Sunday. Um, the root chakra, you will write, I remove imbalance. I remove fear of stability. I remove instability. I remove victim mindset. I remove specifically, oh, fight or flight slash being stuck in survival mode and just being stuck in general. And then what you're going to write at the once you write all that is, and you may want to give yourself more room than this, it's up to you. I replace this with balance, period. For every single one, you want to replace it, you want to finish it with, I replace this with balance. Because some energy has to take the place of the energy that you removed. You want the energy to be balanced. So you're going to do that for every single one as you go up and as you're focusing on that. You want to do that for every single one. So here's the solar plexus, here is the sacral, we have the heart chakra, and you're going to do it in the respective colors. If you don't have the colors, I do recommend you go get them. This is very much so heavily focused on color magic, sympathetic magic through colors, because the chakras are all assigned certain colors. Um, Moving on though, and like you can literally just go to the Dollar Tree and buy a pack of pens that are in different colors. It'll be what, $1.25, and you'll get all seven colors. So there's really no excuse. I wouldn't recommend doing this without the colors, if I'm being honest. Moving on. As I did that, as I moved up the pyramid, if you will, as I moved up the chakras, I also attributed, of course, with planetary stuff, attributed a certain herb to each chakra. So for the base chakra, I did angelica root because it's a root. The base chakra is also called the root chakra because it's a root. Angelica is also super puring and cleansing. Moving on up for the sacral chakra, I did Damiana. For the solar plexus, sorry, I got distracted. For the solar plexus, I forgot what I did. Anyway, look it up, put it into ChatGPT. But for each one is going to be a different thing. For the solar plexus, you could probably use copal. I honestly forgot what I used. Let me look through here. Yeah, I don't know. Remember. Then for the throat chakra, I used mint. For the heart chakra, I used rose. And yeah, so moving on right along. Oh, and then for the third eye chakra, I used mugwort, which is really, really amazing for anything third eye. Moving along, I also wrote, as I'm going through each one, I'm writing it on here with the respective thing. So yellow for the solar plexus, blue for the throat chakra. This one is pink technically, but I'm using it as red as orange for the sacral chakra, third eye chakra, crown chakra, heart chakra, base chakra, etc. Now we can go to where we're actually at in this thing. And oh, and then with each one, I put each of the herbs in here as I was doing it. So those all have the herbs that are here. Now I have two, of course, because I'm doing it for someone else too. But we have just dead sea salt. You can also just use regular sea salt. This is going to act as the medium. This is going to act as the cleanser and as the balancer. And it's going also, dead sea salt is amazing for drawing impurities. Literally, dead sea salt, like it honestly gagged me and shocked me when I first got it. You leave it out and it starts to become wet because literally of the inner of the water that is pulling out of the air. For example, this right here is a ward I put out last month that was literally just dead sea salt and like a few herbs in there. Oh, you can't see. Oh, it just spilled. It's literally all water. Oh, we're spilling more. I can't even see. It's literally all water. All of it is just water. And that's basically representing the negativity that it pulled out of the air. Now that's not the best thing that it just spilled since it is negativity. Let me just get it away from here. Luckily none spilled on her, so that's perfect. We're just gonna pick this up while I tell you what I'm gonna be doing. So with this is gonna represent cleansing the negativity. You are going to take that. You're going to take these and burn them into here. You're going to mix that around. It's all going to be ash, right? So you're going to go ahead and burn them into here, saying what you are cleansing. For example, I now cleanse my root chakra. My root chakra is healed. I bring balance to my root chakra. I replace the negative, the imbalance with happiness and joy and balance and stability. You want to say the traits of that chakra. You want to do that to all of them. And then when you're done with that, you're going to take these herbs, put it in there, mix it around with your fingers. Mix it around, talking about what you want to heal. Imagining each chakra opening up and it now being a steady stream of energy. Oh, type of energy. Then, when you're done with that, you want to take your candle, put it into here. You can put uncrossing oil in here. You can put a healing oil in here. You can put a chakra oil in here if you have it. Light it. Bada bing, bada boom. I do have to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and just end this early and finish that. And also, I mean, like that is kind of one of the most important parts because it's the releasing part. So I do want to make sure that I'm focused on that. So it has been me, Mr. Conjure. If you would like this. Oh, also I forgot to mention with the so on here I wrote throat chakra healed. On the back I wrote open roads to effective communication. So on the back of each color, you can write what road you're opening because notoriously, I also like to use these color candles for road openers. And in that I green is money, or red is love or passion. You can also use pink for love, but you can also use pink for self-love. Blue is for healing. Yellow is for vitality, riches, success. So I also decided to use that too, because as you're cleansing and opening your chakra, it should be leading to more blessings. So you're going to set that in there, set this on top, light it, pray over it. If you want to pray over it daily until it passes out, until it goes out, you're more than welcome to. This is a very strong spell, so I may have said pass out for a reason. I will I will give a caution with this that this may bring things to the surface that you need to be ready to heal. So make sure you're ready whenever you do this because it's not always just lighting a candle and bada bing, bada boom. A lot of times it does bring stuff to the surface. Not as much as if you would use a black candle to do shadow work, though. It's not like that, but it is a releasing kind of energy. Anyway, that has been me, Mr. Conjure. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy blue moon. If you do want this or any spell work or a personal tarot reading, I don't do love spells, by the way, just self love. Or a personal reading, feel free to email me at mrconjure14 at gmail.com. And that has been me.